Hello everyone from YouTube, this is a running target again, showing you Operation End War. It's just a quick, I think like 5-6 minute clip about the game. It was Greg Hastings versus Bob Long. I happen to have been on the privilege of being on Bob Long's side facing Greg Hastings, which was a blast. He's a lot of fun to play against. Ooh, blurry image. It was at the Snake Pit Training Center. I'll see if I can't clean that up by the end of the video, but it was in Copperlopolis, California, which as you can tell is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And it was a long drive from where I'm at, and an even longer drive from my teammates further in. But at this event, we saw a lot of custom paintball markers. Some of the ones that you're seeing here are, I believe, Red Team, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, gentlemen, on the names that I am forgetting off the top of my head here. But they had $1,000 paintball markers, and I only say that because there's very rare that you see something this custom. The shots they were able to put out, as you'll see later on in the video, there is quite a lot of distance between both bases, between the starting spot, the staging area, and blue base. Felt like at least a quarter-mile track. It was quite far, and Red Team unfortunately had an uphill walk the entire way too. But that aside, some of the shots were amazing. I believe the longest shot that was recorded, iron sights, no scope, but the first strike round was either 153 or 157 yards. It's up on Facebook if you guys go to Operation End War under RAP4 or Magnet scenarios, I believe it is, or Magnet. They are amazing shots. You could hear the first strike rounds whizzing overhead, whizzing around you. There's the goalie in this shot that I was in the lower section that was trying to dodge and get close enough to, and it was very close to actual combat. There was so many first strike rounds going by, and you could hear the snap and the whiz as they got closer. It really woke you up, it really did. Some of the missions that were ran, you'll see off and on throughout this video, is the downed pilot, which somehow we had gotten on blue team to get the points of at the end. I was uphill being stalked by someone and stalking back only to have a misfire and get shot. But this is a great example. Is across the way is day 2 is where blue team's base was, and we had a ridge sniper battle. And if it looks far in that shot, it is very far. The only thing that you could really do is if people were yelling, you could hear yelling. Greg Hastings happens to be one of those guys that when he's giving orders, no matter what team you're on, you're going to hear him, which was kind of comical because I was able to walk one of the snipers into trying to get them shots on him. But the event, it had some hiccups, some ups and downs. There was always a rule clarification that we needed. Unfortunately, referees, Lex, Nina, I know that you both guys did very well for this, but unfortunately there just wasn't enough staff to kind of watch everything. As you guys can also tell by that shot how wide it was, how far it was. That's the back section, and that's not even the end of the field. But referees could have used more of them. Would have been a lot easier to get some clarifications. Aside from that, for combat, it's magazine fed and stock class. And what that means is you could have phantom pumps, any other markers. We had a couple auto mags that were literally modified. One of my teammates, Gunslinger, did this, had a modified auto mag to actually take, I believe they were D mags, would take actual magazine fed paintball mags in his autococker. So there was a lot of custom guns out there. Some of the combat was very intense. You guys saw the riot shield earlier. There were more than once. There were attempts for knifing people, as you guys can see Omar from RAP4 here. This is actually right before, as he's running down, I'm on the other side of the bush, right before he tries to go and knife me. Unfortunately for Omar, I had already gotten out from another player, but as you can see from some of the running shots, that he actually gets pretty close. This is right as he's coming around the corner like, man, I was coming for you. And all I can say is, I'm already dead, I'm sorry. Unfortunately for Omar, as we're glancing off this way, is somebody came up over the ridge and he ended up falling down. It's the gentleman you're about to see come up to him. And Omar had a bit of an injury. He wasn't walking off very well that second day, but as you can tell, I took about, I think that's 3 or 4 shots at the neckline, and it wasn't so much fun, but the event was a blast. All hiccups aside, I'm going to try and make it out this year again, and maybe actually run with the TGR2 or some other magazine-fed paintball gun, and maybe a hammer pump. There's a lot of them out there. I want to put a shout out to Bobby, who's coming up next here from mag.net. He did a very good job. Thank you to Rap4 for putting on the event. Also, all of these pictures, minus the ones in the beginning and the ones at the end here, all the actual action pictures came from Deathelement. He did a great job running the entire weekend, everywhere with that camera. I'm going to have a link to his YouTube channel on the description section, and thank you so much again, Deathelement. You did an amazing job, and I hope you don't mind me taking screenshots of your other video. Alright, I'll catch everybody next time.